Today, I have 20 slides, and in these 20 slides, I could tell you all that I've learned as a chemical engineer, all the intricate details about how to measure the wavelength of a photon, how to properly size a distillation column that's pumping out 10,000 pounds of product an hour, or how to purify penicillin to 99.9% purity. Instead, I stand here today to speak to you about something that I've learned over my past 4 years at Penn State. Throughout these next 18 slides, I will talk about what the we in we all means to me and how I think you all fit into this meaning. Over my past 4 years, I've heard the chant so many times and in every possible scenario that it becomes so second nature to me, whether that be at the whiteout game 2 years ago when we took down Ohio State, to walking by prospective students, to drunk chants on the bloop leaving East to go out on a Saturday night. As my years at Penn State went by, I learned what it meant to be a Nittany Lion. I learned that the We All chant symbolizes a sense of community that stretches beyond Happy Valley. It stretches to all those that have been infected as a community, to all the people that have helped us on our way here, and all the people that have come before us. The origin of the chant is still debated today. However, the chant first got its start up on September 11, 1976 from the cheerleading team. It took nearly half a decade and a lot of spreading the word before it really caught on. Today, it has grown to be such an iconic statement to Penn State students, alumni, and the brand. Typically, when people first think of the We All chant, they think of football games, which is rightfully so since we all consider a football school, which is why almost every fall weekend, thousands of students rush Beaver Stadium, scream the chant, and are unified for those few hours of the game. Now don't get me wrong, the football and other sports teams at Penn State do amazing things for the community. My freshman year, I had a few football players help me move into my dorm, and I know they also do a lot more for the community, like visiting sick fans, to planting around campus, to raising money for the various orgs at Penn State. These games we watch bring people together for the few hours that they play, but there's still something missing for me. Sports teams might bring people together in the stadium, but many times it feels like something a cause is missing that brings the chant in. To me, there's another event at Penn State that does this perfectly and year-round. The We in We All is represented perfectly by Dawn because it is where 17,000 students and countless amount of alumni come together to fight someone else's battle. I have been involved in Dawn for the past 4 years on Haas and dance relation committees, where I have seen random people turn into some of my closest friends in just weeks. Now I'm going to take you back to 2016, where a wide-eyed freshman, cough cough me, was experiencing the end of his first Dawn. It was family hour during the Final Four, and a grieving mother came on stage to tell us how her 9-year-old daughter fought off cancer for 5 endless months, and only a few days before she was gone, asked her mother, why me? I still remember feeling so embarrassed how I was bawling my eyes out that moment, until I looked around and saw the group of 24 people that I had become so close to the past 6 months crying alongside with me. After that, a video of all the kids that left us too early played as all 17,000 students and families stood arm in arm and swayed as Over the Rainbow played. We all took those few minutes to think about why we are here this weekend, why we raise money for these families, and why it is so important to fight for those who cannot. It was at that moment that I realized the we is not inclusive only to Penn State students. It includes all that have been affected by our united actions, all the parents, siblings, and friends that have helped us get to this moment. 3 years later, and this meaning of we still lives on and is stronger than ever. This feeling has only grown the past few years as I've been exposed to other people that feel a connection to Penn State even though they might not have gone here. They still have been impacted by Penn State just like you and me. These people have never lived in East their freshman year. They may not know what the bloop is or seen all the green during state patties, but their lives have been forever changed by the difference that we make. For that reason, they're Nittany Lions like you and me and have the right to scream, we all. If you came to Dawn this past year, you probably heard the stories of 3 insanely strong families. The Becker Tucky family, where the 6-year-old girl was diagnosed and beat leukemia. In the speech, the mother said, "We've got an army out on the stage and an even bigger one here in this building, so thank you." Another story about a small boy in the Michael Palm family that battled leukemia in 2003 and then fulfilled a 16-year-old dream of dancing for 46 straight hours. His father came on stage to thank us and said, "I look around the BJC and I see heroes." The last family to speak was the Amelia Demchek family, where a 9-year-old daughter was diagnosed with 3 cancers in 3 years and earned her wings on May 19, 2016. Her mother said, "We would not have been able to do it without all of you. You helped us through the darkest time in our lives." Dawn has become a pillar for me and so many other students at Penn State because it is where we see a community come together to fight for something that is greater than all of us. Even though these families did not go to Penn State, they have been impacted by united efforts in more ways than we can understand. I want you to take a second to think about your Penn State experience so far and who you consider to be included in our chant. Now that I'm graduating in the next month, I want to leave you with these last few words of what I've learned my 4 years at Happy Valley. And if you have to take away one thing from this speech, it would be to broaden your sense of who you consider in any line. Because in my eyes, my parents, who have supported me every day, are a part of Penn State. The families and kids who are here today are a part of Penn State. And everyone's lives that have been changed by your collective actions are a part of Penn State. That is what the WE stands for. Thank you.